Welcome back. There's a hurricane out there named Ian right now. And I think it's gonna miss us. You know, it's supposed to stay west, but we're gonna get tropical storm force conditions, they're saying. Lots of rain, winds gusting up to 40 to 50 knots. And I've been down at the marina this morning for the last couple hours getting all the boats ready. So we got the Freeman's tied up. We're gonna haul Sarah's boat out now. So we're getting the trailer all hooked up here. And the guys have been working on the houseboats down there. Robin got the deck boat out. And all the other boats there at the marina, they are tying up extra dock lines on their boats. You know, they want to get the boats off away from the dock, so they're pulling the boats forward a little bit. That way, with that south wind, if it blows 35 to 40 knots for, you know, 6, 8, 10 hours, and there could be gusts up to 45 or 50 knots, they're not hitting the seawall, because that's the most important thing. So we're gonna go haul Sarah's boat out now. The water's already up really high. The tides have been super high lately, and they're over the dock in the back where we keep Sarah's boat already, and the bow of my boat, you can barely get on the boat. They're saying there could be another foot or two of rain, water with this, and there's supposed to be lots of rain in the next 2 to 3 days. So we're gonna have to make sure the boats don't sink, double check all the bilge pumps, and we'll be going down there checking the boats and showing you that whole process the next couple of days. Fingers crossed. I hope everyone's good here, and wherever the storm lines is hitting in Florida, I hope all you guys stay safe there, and good luck with it. You know, hopefully it weakens some. So let's go get Sarah's boat out now.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about a tide.
The tide is insanely high, making this harder to use than usual, this ramp. A little bit more. You're good. Good enough.
You're gonna have to wash out your truck when we get home.
Oh yeah, you ain't kidding. Look at that. That's terrible. Definitely gonna be washing out the truck and blasting it. Ricky's back there too, my brother. You can see him right there. Good thing Beansy's in his truck. My what? No, you can ruin your truck.
Your exhaust is underwater. Your pipe.
And if you ever want to test your marriage, have one person back the boat and the other person tell you which way to go. Because we don't have a lot of room here. There's like a foot on each side and about 6 inches to the power cable. So let's see if we can get it back in there. Am I good?
Yeah, you're a little pull forward a little bit. Or if you want to try to pull forward and wiggle the tongue of it over to the right. All this is blaster.
I don't like going in the salt water in your truck. And you shouldn't like it either in any car. You don't want that. So we're gonna hose off the fresh water really good, go get some blaster, and go back down to the marina and show you guys some more of that project down there. We'll pressure wash the ladder and a couple things over there. And so Sarah sprayed off the, you know, the whole frame, the wheels, the brakes, everything underneath the truck with fresh water. But we don't want it to corrode, so just gonna hit it with a little bit of surface shield from Blaster there. You know, that's rust protectant, and it works really good on that stuff underneath the truck and whatnot. So we're gonna lay down in here and get up in there and start coning her down. And we're going back to the marina, show you guys a little bit more of the prep. And I don't think we're gonna get the majority of it up to the storm, but there's gonna be heavy winds, there's gonna be rain for 3 days, they're saying. We just wanna be ready for it. So we got the boats out. So that's my brother's Ricky's boat. That's what we fished the kids tournament with yesterday. I had a lot of fun. And we're gonna spin my boat around. I wasn't going to, but it's the better move. Get the bow into the wind, because we're gonna have a south wind at 35 or 40 knots. And that way the water's, you know, not breaking coming over the back of the boat. So everyone's got all their dock lines on here. This is what I was saying earlier. Everybody pulls their boat further away from the seawall, because you don't want your boat right here, because with the storm, you know, with the wind and the surge there, your boat could hit the seawall. So everyone's sprung out a little bit further, and they're all getting ready. If some storm gusts come through and it starts blowing 50, you gotta tie things up. So the guys got the trash cans tied up there with some rope, and you don't want, you know, stuff blowing around and flying around everywhere. So they're trying to put as much away as possible. Matt got his dock box here tied shut in there, and that's what we got. This is what I was saying earlier, the tide's dropping now, but earlier this boat was up to here. It was crazy high. So we don't want to keep the engines up because they can hit the seawall. We're going to keep them down. So we crisscross them. It's going to rub like cowling, so we're going to have to go over that way. So. And this is why I don't back the boat like this normally, because it's very hard to get on and off the boat. You can't really do it. So I'm going to have to jump on Matt's boat or Dylan's boat to get off. Alrighty, that should do it. Time to get off out of here. Ram vans are coming in. They just put the middle keys under tropical storm watch. You know, we're the upper keys, so we're a little bit above that, but we'll probably be next, and we're gonna have tropical storm force conditions, it sounds like. Got our spring right there. And you guys see that bait cage down there? One thing like that could destroy the side of the boat there, and not just the wrap, but could cut into the gel coat and rub on it really bad. The noodles are kind of broken off the side there. So I have to adjust that bait cage because I don't want that thing rubbing on the boat because it could just eat into the gel coat there. Sadie, what'd you get? Ice cream. You love ice cream, don't you? Madison and I brought the girls down to the marina. One final check. Claire's on a terror. She's a little terrorizer. But the calm before the storm, starting to pick up. Matt on the tan man next to me, he wound up making a decision to move the boat to a canal. So they are headed up towards Tavernier, but still a handful of boats in the marina here. And if some of the guys had access to canals, you know, with the big seawalls, where they wouldn't be on this ocean front with this, you know, east to south wind, you know, we're gonna have east wind tomorrow, then a south wind the next day. The south is the worst. We got this to ourselves now, and we'll see what happens here. Jump!
I already did it once.
Did you make it?
Oh, barely.
How's the ice cream, Sadie? Do you think people should stop here and get ice cream? Claire, say hi. Claire, up. Can she have a little bite? Give her one bite. Yeah, sharing is caring. One little bite.
No, I'm gonna hold it.
Okay.
Your batteries are off and the bait's off.
Give her a nice pet. Oh, he licked you. We are under tropical storm warning now. You know, middle keys was earlier, now the upper keys is. So we're definitely gonna get tropical storm force conditions. My brother got his boat out of here, so his lift's tied up in there. Hopefully his roof will stay on, but we'll see. Everything's looking pretty good. It's the calm before the storm. And it looks like it could be a powerful storm wherever it actually makes landfall, so if you're in the way, be careful and be safe. And the biggest concern for us at the marina are the houseboats, because it's a pain to move them all. I usually put them in the mangrove canals, but this is like right on the edge where we don't have to, but if it was gonna blow 60 or 70, we would. But we got them tied up to the edge of those pilings a little bit further, so they moved them out, you know, away from the dock a little bit further. And they're gonna be rocking and rolling here for a couple days, and we'll see what happens. What are you doing down there?
Pumping out the houseboats.
There you go, she's pumping them out. So that's Lainey there. If you guys ever come down here, you can see her in the office there, but this is the pump for all the waste, so that comes out of the houseboat, runs up here, goes into the sewer system and back up there. So that's the old pump out. But they're looking pretty good. The guys, the team got these tied up and pulled away from the dock earlier. So they're usually a little bit closer, but we got them out an extra couple feet. So good job to everybody else there. And the marina's pretty empty. I mean, usually these boats are full in here. These slips are full of boats, but you can see that most of them are gone. So we'll see what it is. And the skiffs over there, all but one of them, those guys all rose their boats up higher just in case there's some storm surge. Hey, be quiet. Just in case there's a storm surge and that water comes up 3 or 4 feet, they don't want the boats, obviously, you know, hitting the water, touching it, slamming into everything, so they're above the water. But a lot of the guys put their boats on trailers for the day. What happened? You hit your knee on the rock? It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. You want me to carry you? I'll carry you, okay? Okay, you're okay. Did you slip into it? Yeah, is the ice cream good? Okay, let's keep eating ice cream. I'll carry you. Steady, what type of fish are those? What type? Tarpon? Yeah, good job. So we were saying that these boats are up higher than usual because they don't want to be near the water because they want to be up an extra couple feet just because of that high tide. So they're all raised up and whatnot. So a little bit higher than usual, but just a little storm prep. So apparently last night at 2 a.m. an alert went out for tornado warnings that were close by, right near the marina actually, like T-table area. So hopefully everything is good down there. It's been raining here a lot, so we got plenty of rain here, pooling up here in our yard, the neighbor's yard over there. And we are just catching the outskirts of Hurricane Ian. And wherever it makes landfall, it's probably gonna be pretty bad because they're saying it's supposed to be up to a category 4 when it's in the middle of the ocean still, and then maybe go down to a 3, but it's gonna have a lot of force. So if you're in the way, be safe. I'm gonna go down to the marina now and check on the boats, but lots of rain here last night, thunderstorms and all that, some wind, and we just wanna go make sure the boats are safe. So we'll see you guys down there. All good here. Looking pretty good there. Everything's flowing good. There's not a lot of wind right now. Is that him? How's the fort holding down?
Hold it down, boss.
Is the houseboat still floating?
Oh man, I got no problem with that. Just hold on to the weather.
Alrighty.
It's gonna get stronger.
Yep, so there's a little gap here between bands. It's starting to rain again now. The wind's gonna pick up. But this boat looks good. Broadmine is good. The B&M's good. Here comes the rain. The water damage is looking good too. There's still a bird here. And that's the thing, if you can check them, you just want to double check everything. But we got, you know, multiple springs on here. Got a spring there, 2 springs up there, another spring up there. Everything's pretty good here, so the water is up pretty high. We just haven't really got the wind yet. I'm sure there's been some wind in some of these bands, but let's go check over here and see how this other dock's doing. Ugh. This is the barn that got destroyed in Hurricane Irma a little over 5 years ago. It's empty. You can see heavy rain out there. Everything's floating good right now. Everything looks pretty good. We don't have that. We got that wind coming at 40 to 45 knots predicted tomorrow, and this afternoon I think 25 to 35 knots. But late tonight, tomorrow morning is when it's supposed to really blow. But everything's looking pretty good so far. It's calm right now, probably in between these bands, like I said. But everything's looking all right. Water's really dirty and muddy. And basically, when you go through these storms, and we're just catching the outside edge of it, but you just gotta check everything you got, you know? Your houses, your boats, your cars, there's flooding, storm surge. You know, so you got rain that could flood, you got storm surge, everything rises with the water there. So we got a few things to worry about here at the marina and at the house, but so far so good. We'll see what the rest of the day brings in tomorrow, really. Just when we get that wind blowing. That wind's really gonna blow when it goes, you know, it's gonna be from the east, they're saying, then down here to the south, and that south wind is the toughest on us because it's gonna blow us towards the dock, so. But the boats look good so far, so nothing wrong with that. We'll come back down and check here in a few more hours.
Hope they pick up the garbage.
Oh yeah.
To bring the wakeboard.
This is where you get ringworm.
This is where you get ringworm, all these garbage cans.
Charlie picked us up. We're going to check the marina. Our 12:32 update. There's lots of rain on the old road here in Islamorada.
Is the real deal. Water is
The winds are picking up. We got it blowing now. There's old Victor. The winds are blowing now, guys. And that's the conch house over there. The front parking lot is flooded, but we'll check that afterwards. Oh yeah. Now we go check and see the boats, how they're doing. They say it could blow 45 knots, 50 knots here, but good thing the coconuts are cut off the palm trees. Oh yeah. Now we're starting to feel it. Everything's looking good though. And that bait cage we want to keep in here, we don't want to hit in the boat, but everything looks pretty good. The boat's off all the pilings how we wanted it. We can make some small adjustments if needed, but we're good. Anything blown away yet?
Nothing's blown away just yet.
All right, good. We just want to come back here and check. Every so often, Sarah just walked down the street at her house, and it floods really bad where we live there. Just from the rainwater, it was piled up there. Her and Madison walked down, and Madison's boots filled up with water. They were soaking wet.
It's windy
Charlie,
Blowing. It's blowing.
bona fide world guide. Charlie, you guys, check out his channel.
If we all make it through this one, just kidding, we're definitely gonna make it through this one. But look at this storm coming in over here. This is the real deal. This is rolling.
The houseboats are bumping now. And we were waiting for this wind to come up. We knew it was coming, but that one there is dropping there. And there ain't a lot of room between the water and the land there. You can see that. A couple feet of storm surge, this is underwater. But it is picking up now. That current's ripping. You don't want to fall in there, you'd be over there in no time. It's getting windier. The mullet's probably flapping in the wind. Let's go out here and check this one there. You can really see that tide ripping now and blowing through here and moving around. The houseboats are rocking. There's a lot of force on the pilings and stuff like that, but those ones are double stacked right there, as are those ones. That really helps strengthen everything together. And this, a couple of weeks ago, was the 5-year anniversary of Irma, which wreaked havoc down here in the Keys. But we recovered from that, and this is just, we're just getting the outskirts of this, so luckily we're not getting it all that bad. But I hope everybody on the west coast of Florida, wherever it hits, is safe, and hopefully it weekends some for you guys. This was the new houseboat, the newest one, called the Swordfish. So if you guys want to stay here, you can wake up and look at the ocean, but you just don't want to be on there today with these storms passing by. But this is the newest houseboat that we got here at the marina, the old Swordfish. So just one extra loop there on the cleat keeps that boat from hitting the dock, and that's where we're constantly checking them. There's small adjustments that we make in trying to keep everything from getting too beat up. Here's the Moat Marine Coral Growth operation back here. You can see the tanks are ripping right there. That's the cover there. Oh boy.
I got you, man.
Where's Rob?
Up yonder where the hurricane ain't going.
And Rob ain't here.
Never here when it's supposed to be time to
Big Stan,
work.
you're holding down the fort. Rob.
No help.
No help, Rob. No
No
game,
help,
Rob.
Rob. No game, Rob.
No game, Rob.
Shut it down.
Yep. All right, keep an eye on things, Vic.
All right, take it later.
We're gonna make a couple of small adjustments to the broad-minded. The wind's east now, it's gonna switch more south, but we're rubbing on the piling a little bit. When everything comes tight, we don't want that, so we're gonna just tighten up a tad.
Getting on the boat's the hard part.
Oh!
Jump! Don't stretch, jump! That was close.
Got a big boy here to help you pull that.
Nick's got it under control, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better, right?
Yeah, you just got to get off the boat now.
Look at that, what the rope did to me. I hate it.
That was like me
Rope-
falling off the boat trailer.
Rope
yesterday.
burn.
It was close, not over yet.
So we have about this much room there, you guys, for this water to go until it gets in there.
Well, it already came up to here.
Oh, that is the water line already, huh? So just from that heavy rain last night, this morning, that is the water line right there.
This is how I got.
So literally just a few inches from the doorway already. Holy moly. Our log's floating away. Woo! Charlie, it's getting windier.
I got my wingsuit on.
It's getting windier. I'm gonna walk down the guide dock real quick. We all are looking pretty safe so far. Snowy egret. That's a snowy egret back there. They got yellow feet. Hey, buddy. water's my, oh, he's looking for a meal. He wants a shrimp. There's another snow egret right there. Another one. So it's like 2 p.m. now. We'll see what happens the next few hours. We'll show you again here tonight. We'll come down one more time, then tomorrow. I think we'll be all right. But you never know. Storms can wobble and shift and change their path. So we'll see what happens. It is your 5:30 update. So it's 5:30 p.m. The wind has picked up quite a bit. You can see the palm trees blowing. Sustained over 30 knots now. Some gusts 35 to 40 knots. And came down with Madison and Sadie. They're back there. I think Sadie wants ice cream, but I don't think she's getting it today. It looks good here. I almost fell earlier getting on the boat, but did not. Not touching any pilings, so that's good. You just want to make sure you're not rubbing on the pilings. All it does is eat up your rub rails and all that stuff. And some of the slips are tight fitting and there's not a lot of room, but it's blowing now, so. But looking good in here. All secure. Everything looks all right. You can see the storms out there. The water is pure mud from the wind. Oh boy, I almost just lost my hat. Is it windy? Sadie. The houseboats are all here. The houseboats are here and they're not slamming against the dock, so that's good. But we got some more rainstorms coming and some more wind. You know, it's supposed to pick up another 5 to 10 knots, so we'll see. Some of those bands, you can get a tornado in there. Last night there was a tornado watch like 2 in the morning. Everyone's phones went off, so that could happen again too. And we'll see what happens there. Hopefully you can hear that. The wind is blowing now and it is raining. That's 40 knots plus right there, guys. Well, that boat over there ain't looking too good. So it's 10:30 p.m. The wind has really picked up. You guys can probably hear that. I don't know if you can see it too good, but the trees are really rolling around. We got some of the video off the security cameras at the Marina, and the boats are really moving back and forth a lot. They say some of the houseboats are hitting the dock a little hard now, so we're gonna go down there and double check. Some of the guys were down there looking at it, but we're gonna go investigate ourselves here and just go check it out and see if we can adjust a few things, and hopefully no houseboats sink or anything like that, and no boats sink. We don't want that. The boats are rocking. We're gonna show you some of that. Earlier it wasn't that bad, so yeah, you know, it got out of this one unscathed, but they said the houseboats are hitting the dock on the east side of the barn. Just the wind's blowing 40 to 45 knots sustained now, and some gusts that are pushing 50. It sounds like. So you can see this out there, but the boats are rocking. Let's go check them out and see. Don't know if you can really see the palm trees or not now, but they're blowing. This dock is underwater. The seawall is getting all wet. The boats are moving along. Let's see. Still floating, right? Moving. So earlier with boats were not moving like this now. They are moving like crazy because we got high water, we got the high tide, plus a little bit of storm surge, and the wind is blowing. Whew. Look at this surge, holy moly. Oh boy, that is some movement there, guys. That is some movement there. They're all moving. We even got Mikey here.
Man, those things are surging, huh?
Yeah, it's moving like crazy. Earlier today it was hardly moving. I was like, oh, it's fine. Now it's moving all over the place. Obviously the high water. Yeah. We got part of the dock back. The planks are popping up. Water's definitely hot. So that dock there is completely underwater. And that dock usually way above water. Shine back there real quick, sir. Can you show me that dock? That dock is under the water, you guys. It is windy and the water is rising. We're just getting the edges of it. The people that are really gonna get this thing on the West Coast, I wish the best for you guys, and I hope it weakens. It is blowing. That's 45. That is blowing right now, you guys. That's 40. That's 45, 50 knots for sure. Whoa! Holy moly! You guys saw this down here earlier today with the tide ripping through, but now we soaked on that one. Hopefully you guys can see that water there. It's flooding up here already over the seawall and just coming through. You know, we didn't want to move the boats, and it's such a ordeal to move all these houseboats and tow them. And it was right on the edge, but you know, I think we'll be all right as long as the boats don't hang up on a piling or anything like that. But they are pushing against the dock now, and high tide, high winds. This is it's testing everything here.
As long as none of these fenders pop, we're good.
Yeah, I hope they don't break. Ooh, look at that one rocking there. Holy moly. Whew. It is windy. I showered earlier. Shouldn't have done that because I'm salty now. Whew. Look at that. Oh, geez. Holy moly. Oh boy, oh boy. If we got that fender up there, we could probably put it here. Whoa. We'll see if the fender lasts, you guys. It is ripping. Thank God we moved Sarah's boat because her boat would not be doing good right now because usually it's right there.
Is it on the trailer?
Yeah, we took it out, thank goodness.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want to be sitting over here.
No.
Big on the boat?
Well, their boat, look at their boat sinking over there. They had that boat there earlier. They had that boat there earlier, guys, and left it. They didn't move it, and it looks like it is sinking. Oh yeah, that one ain't gonna be no good. Yeah. Yeah, that guy did. Tighten up some dock lines for that thing. I think we should try to tighten up a couple dock lines on that houseboat. Usually there's no water up here on the beach, but there's water here right now. This is up higher on those docks than it's supposed to be. You gotta be careful that when the tide drops out, the boat doesn't get stuck on top of a piling, because you can punch a hole in the hull, no matter the type of boat, you know, any houseboat or sportfish boat or center console, whatever. You don't want it to hang up there, so we'll see what happens. How you doing?
Well, you know, dropping floats on a piling.
Yeah.
You moved the ball. We did put another buoy on Mama Linda.
Okay.
And Lucky Lady about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, perfect. That's Alex, you guys. He's been working here, helping out, keeping an eye on everything, so it's good. A lot better than it was. And I think the next 4 or 5 hours with high tide being at the peak, with the most water here will be the worst of it. And hopefully, you know, by early morning, another 7-8 hours from now, you know, 7-8 in the morning, hopefully it gets a little better. But the water is coming through here, the planks and all that. Windy, huh?
Worse than the last storm that came.
Yeah. The mullet could blow off the head, you guys. We don't want to lose the mullet, not yet. We got to keep it to the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. I want to see some of you guys there. It's crushing the fenders there. It is crushing the fenders there.
Added more to the big ones a little while ago.
Let's go.
Max, don't let it blow you over.
It's trying.
Victory fall hard. one houseboat on the far east side got up on top of one of the pilings, and it's just too risky to get off now, so we'll have to deal with that tomorrow. I don't hope it'll float back off if the wind switches out of the south, but not sure there'll be enough water to, because the water may drop off. The old whaler's floating, but it's got water in it too. Holy sound, it sounds like a train, you guys. It's blowing. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Hopefully no boards are missing.
Ooh, there's one board missing right here.
Yeah, and this board right here is popped up, so don't trip on it. We didn't want it to happen, but it happened. One of the houseboats is on top of one of the short pilings. Blew all the fenders away, and if we don't get it up now, we probably ain't getting it up.
What if we come right here to here?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, we're missing another pilot, another board here too. Shine up there, Sarah. Shine the light up there for a second. So that's the problem right there. We're missing another board there, guys. Be careful. It's on top there. I don't think you're pushing that. We gotta get the people on it now. Boards are popping up. GoPro's dying, you guys. We're gonna see if we can get this up. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
It was just pivoting on that piling.
We couldn't get it.
It's already
Not
the
where you
board
want to be,
missing.
baby. Nope.
No, there's board.
Where's them crocodiles at?
We couldn't get it up. It's too late. Oh, it's still blowing. It is still blowing. Holy moly. So it's Wednesday morning now. It's 8:30 a.m. The wind's still blowing, and last night, you know, the one houseboat was stuck on the east side of the barn there on top of the piling. We couldn't get it off, and it's tough when that water was so high with the king tides and the storm surge and all that. And those pilings back down that side are so much shorter, and there's not a lot of room in those slips for the houseboats to swing around. It got stuck on the one, so we'll go check and see if by chance it popped off last night. But the wind's still blowing now. There was gusts last night of 57 miles an hour, it said, in Islamorada, which we knew when we were down here. We could tell that was 40 to 50, and there was some higher, you know, pushing 60. Key West had gusts up to 97 miles an hour. So I'm sure there's some damage there, but the storm looks super strong going up the east or the west coast, you know, towards Fort Myers and Tampa area, all in there, wherever it lands. Hopefully it weakens for you guys, whoever lives there, and hopefully y'all stay safe. And the high tide last night, these boats were rocking around like crazy in the slip. The broad-minded, you could just see the surge on it going forward and backwards and all that. When the tide drops down is lower, it's not nearly as bad though, because the ropes are tighter, it's a little more snug and all that. You don't have as much water movement either. So, but let's go take a quick look around, see what it looks like here today at the marina. It's blowing 35 knots still, you guys. It is still blowing for sure. So last night, you know, this was all underwater there. Go check the old Mama Linda out. And this is where we had a little trouble up here, because there's no piling on the outside and the front up here. So it blows against the dock right here, but they put a few fenders there to help. But it doesn't look like it's broken, so it looks like it survived. That one's tight against there. They survived. So good news, they survived. Today, it's 8:30. It's supposed to start letting up a little bit by about noonish. So hopefully a few more hours, this 35 knot wind, whatever it is. There might be gusts, you know, there could be gusts for close 40 or 50 again, but hopefully this goes through and then, you know, by this afternoon, it should start letting up and get a little bit easier and adjust everything again here. So last night there was water all up in here. You can see where the seaweed blew up and the coconuts, the waves are breaking. And this houseboat here was tough to get up the dock. It's off now plenty, but it was hitting here last night pretty good. Hopefully you can see it in the wind. But we got that fender up there. We adjusted the lines the best we could. And the wind went more to the south now, out of this direction. And that's why it's blowing this boat up now here. You can see the stuff over there, ripped that up. And the good news is it looks like the houseboat we were trying to get off that piling last night popped up. So when that water got a little bit higher and that wind went to the south, it might have blew it off. The problem is there might be damage to the hull and fiberglass and all that. So, lots of seaweed up here. That thing's kind of blowing loose there. That boat's definitely full of water. Might be 40 knots, you guys, it's still blowing. And this is where that got stuck last night on top of here, but it came off, so hopefully there's no damage structurally to the boat. But we tried last night to push it, we couldn't get it, but when that wind went south and we had, if there wound up being another 6 inches of water, it might have popped up by itself, so that could be good for us. It's off now, so at least that's good. It is a mud hole. Well, this back here is not good. This corner on this piece was rubbing on this and ate into the fiberglass and the wood deck there. But hopefully it's just kind of into the wood there. A quick fix just to keep it from rubbing on it there. But you can see there's some planks missing out of the dock. We were walking down that last night. Overall, not too bad, but definitely a little bit of damage. So you can see the cinder blocks there starting to lean over, and this one here, the cinder blocks kind of, they're salt, the water eroded that, so the cinder blocks all kind of fell. But the whole tank did not, at least not yet, so. But you can see where all the cinder blocks are giving way, so. Well, the storm has passed. We did all right here, a little bit of damage to the docks. One houseboat got stuck on piling, but Dylan's over here untying his boat. Any damage? You do all right?
Not a lick.
Okay, good.
Safe down.
Survived the storm. And you guys know the B&M, that's the boat I grew up running. And Dylan got it a couple years ago from us, so he's got his own charter business going on. This is the new boat, the Broad Miner we've had the last year, a little bit over a year. And it's doing good. It's a lot of seaweed blowing in here and all that. Prayers go out to everybody on the west coast of Florida that got hit with that hurricane with Ian. It was devastating. Fort Myers, Naples, that whole area, west coast, Punta Gorda. It looked really bad, and we feel for you because 5 years ago with Irma here was a similar situation. And you look at everything and it's overwhelming. Don't know where to start, but start piece by piece and just keep moving forward. So everybody's thinking about you guys. Hurricanes are no jokes. If you see them coming, the forecast is bad. That storm surge is what does the damage and destruction. Just some of those pictures and video from the west coast there was devastating. So just some minor damage, boss. A few boards. Yeah.
Fix it one more time, everything.
There you go.
Couple pieces living.
Yeah, not too bad though, right?
Not too bad, but you know, I put a new one more time because.
Yeah.
More videoing. We're done with videoing.
You already get it all fixed up?
I'm already done. Here got the pipe back up.
I fixed the other one too.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, good.
One dock at a time.
All righty. So fortunately for us, the damage is very minimal here at the marina. Some boards, some planks, They popped out. The team's already working on that, fixing them. Come over here, kids. They're gonna have a little more work over here.
Hey, that thing was sitting on top of here.
I seen it. So they got some work there. That boat there still does not look good, but hopefully they get it taken care of. It is sinking for sure. This one here, they put some new boards in already. And we walked down here that night trying to get this boat off and it didn't work. But there was these holes in the dock. Luckily we didn't step in through them, so.
Dylan did.
Yeah.
Ripped my cleat off.
Your cleat done got.
You ripped it off the boat, dog.
Holy moly, off the boat?
Yes, it was in the corner. Not even on top, it was on the side.
Yeah,
Ripped
buddy.
that off, buddy.
Is that your boat?
Yeah.
It is, that's his boat.
Wisdom. But I sprung it good, so it did good after that.
All right, good. And this is where this other boat got stuck in the piling right there.
Does that one ever
I don't think it.
Both of them.
I don't think it punched a hole in it though, did it?
No, because it's just laying up there rested.
Right.
And if you try it, you go on.
Oh, so it was on this side too, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's out on both of
So
them.
it was on both of them. That's why these
Yep.
pilings all dented and rubbed clean like that.
Never made this one.
Didn't make that one. All right, let's go get Claire, you guys. That's some of the damage here. So it's minimal overall, you know. The moat marine area here's got some work to do.
Walk down here now.
Hey, sweetie. There you go.
There you
Oh,
go.
look at the water. She
Okay,
wants you to
cool.
pick her up there again.
Come on. Let's go. Hey, I fell in this morning, Nick.
You did?
Fell in with my phone and everything.
In the water?
Yeah, I couldn't help it. I was too far away and I got stuck on that spring of mine. And Tutushala, hats
You
in the
did?
water, gone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I got got.
Oh, boy. All right.
First thing in the morning.
I believe it. Vic went for a swim, it sounds like. But dealing with the Hurricane Ian there, we just caught the edge of it. A lot of places were not as lucky, like the west coast of Florida. So prayers got to them and hope they can get fixed up. And it'll take time, it'll take years to come back, but it can be done because we're 5 years post Irma now. Hurricane Irma here 5 years ago. And we're back, but it took a long time to get there. So that's all we got for this. Hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. And stay tuned, we got more videos coming your way. A hermit crab where? Oh yeah, there's a hermit crab. Good eye. Want to pick him up, Felix?
He might bite you.
Yeah, he's a little one. You can pick him up. He won't hurt you.
The little ones.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
what?
Claire, why did you take your diaper off? Why?
It's all pooped in and she pooped it.
No, it's no poop. It's some pee though. Claire, say bye.
Bye.
Bye.